Hey there. Happy Sunday evening, and welcome to Quick Bite History Live, where we do our best to have a little fun with history. You can catch us live normally each Sunday evening at 7:30 p.m. Eastern and 4:30 Pacific Time. We have a challenging show for you here tonight with three fresh new categories, all rolled into one remarkable game show. Watch our robots paint, listen to my clues, and you all make your guesses as we first count down the top 20 inventors through history. And then we'll test your movie knowledge with the top sci-fi movies. And then finally tonight, we will learn all about the top 20 Roman emperors from the 1st through the 4th centuries AD or CE if you prefer. And if y'all stick around, we do have a bonus round available for the hardcore enthusiast among us later on. Now please do check in the chat. Say hello and feel free to comment. Hey, I see Jan's here. Hey, Jan's, good to see you. Arena's in the house, of course. Good to see you. Anyway, if I see a question coming in, I'll do my best to address those as we go. And I think it's time to go ahead and fire up the robots. So let's do that. Let's see what we got for our first round here. Okay, you guys know the rules by now. Robots paint, you guess, I give some clues along the way, and we're going to do the top 20 inventors through history for this first category. Now, they might get a little hard at first. We're starting with number 20. Before his invention, books were laboriously copied by hand. His innovation helped fuel the Renaissance and the Reformation. He was a German craftsman skilled in metalwork. His machine used movable type to mass produce written works. Hey, Medal, what's up? Good to see you. Who's this inventor? Yeah, there you go. There you go. You got it. Do you remember Mr. Gutenberg's first name, perhaps? Who knows the full name of this gentleman that invented the printing press? This was an important invention. This is all the way back in 1400. At least he was born in 1400, and he passed in 1468. So somewhere around 1450. Johannes Gutenberg. Johannes Gutenberg. So good job, Medal. You had it. His first major print project was the Gutenberg Bible, one of the most valuable books in history. Johannes Gutenberg kicks off our inventor list. Now, these jump all over the place in time, so don't let that throw you. They're more in sequential order of how important they are. Now, this next gentleman created something in the 1989 that you use every single day. We're using it right now. He was a British computer scientist working at CERN, C-E-R-N. His invention relies on HTTP, HTML, and URLs. Yes, it does. It connects billions of people worldwide in an instant. What's the invention? Well, he actually invented the World Wide Web. So I guess he didn't actually invent the internet necessarily. Does anybody remember this gentleman's name? He's been on our Titans of Tech before, I think. So we visited him at least once before. Anybody know? Going once, going twice. Mr. Tim Berners-Lee. Sound familiar at all? Tim Berners-Lee. He never patented his invention. ensuring that the internet remains free for public use. There you go. Yeah, you have it. Very good. Should have been top 10. You're right. All right, next up. Speaking of the South, his most famous invention changed the agricultural industry. He led to both economic growth and increased reliance on slavery. He also promoted interchangeable parts for manufacturing. Anybody remember who this gentleman is? His machine separated seeds from a popular crop. Can you tell what that is there in that picture? He invented the cotton gin. Anybody remember who this is? Who invented the cotton gin? Who invented the cotton gin? Anybody remember? Going once. There you go. I know. Very good. You are correct, Mr. Eli Whitney. Born in 1765 and passed in 1825, so way back when. Though his invention was groundbreaking, Whitney made little profit due to widespread patent infringement. Next up, you'll know this next gentleman. He's a frequent guest. He was a founding father of the United States. He invented bifocal glasses and a stove. His work with electricity led to a key protective device. Shitsu's in the house. Hey, what's up, man? Good to see you. You remember, a frequent guest on Quick Bite History Live, Mr. Benjamin Franklin. He also invented the lightning rod, and he flew a kite during a storm to prove a scientific theory. Yes, this is Mr. Benjamin Franklin, born in 1706 and passed in the year 1790. So going back a bit. Franklin actually never patented any of his inventions, believing they should benefit everyone freely. Wow, not many of those types around these days, huh? Get a picture of him. We're down to number 16 now. Now, you'll know this invention. Before his invention, long-distance communication was very slow. He was also a skilled artist. Not as good as the robots, but a skilled artist. His work helped lead to telegraph lines spanning continents. Oh, no, that's not it, Aishitsu. But save that answer for later. His work helped lead to telegraph lines spanning continents. He created a system using dots and dashes. Dots and dashes. He developed the telegraph and a code. Ever remember who this is? Oh, there you go. EWAS. You go by E or WAS or EWAS. You are correct. Samuel Morse, 1791 to 1872. The first Morse code message was sent, "What hath God wrought?" Cool message. What hath God wrought? All right, next up, number 15. His work involves storing and generating energy. This is a little more obscure inventor. His last name is now a unit of electrical measurement. He's got that going for him. He was an Italian physicist. Not Mr. Tesla. He created a device that produced a steady current. This is the guy that actually invented the electric battery. What's his name? Kind of obscure. I wasn't sure about this one either. But once you hear his name, you go, oh, yeah. Oh, good guess, but incorrect also. Not Lord Kelvin, not Mr. Watt. Going once, going twice. This is Mr. Alessandro Volta. Volta, there you go. Now had it. Very good, you had it. The word volt comes from his name. Very good. Voltaire, I like that. He's related to Voltaire. This is Volta, not Voltaire. Now, you know this guy. He worked with Thomas Edison before becoming his rival. His inventions included high voltage electrical coils. He promoted alternating current, AC electricity. Yeah, this is the one. Hey, Stuart's in the house. What's up? Glad everybody's here. Doctor, you're here as well. Thank you. Yes, this is Mr. Nikola Tesla. Nikola Tesla, 1856 to 1943. Tesla once claimed to have designed a death ray, though it was never built. Huh. Well, probably just as well. I don't think we needed the death ray. Hey, Ned. What's up? Good to see everybody in the house. We're doing famous inventors. We're doing a list of the top 20 famous inventors. And this is Mr. Nikola Tesla, which everybody got. Very good. And we're down to number 13. So let's do number 13. Excuse me real quick there. Okay, so this gentleman improved a machine that changed industry forever. His innovation made steam power more efficient. His name is now used for a unit of power. Steam engine, unit of power. His work fueled the Industrial Revolution. This guy was pretty important. Yeah, doctor. You are correct. He improved the steam engine, and this gentleman's name is Mr. James Watt. You are correct. 1736 to 1819. The unit, the watt, is named in his honor. His hair kind of looks like he's stuck his finger in the socket. He got a few watts. Thank you, Madal, for the full correct answer. That's appreciated. Mr. James Watt. Anyway, sorry, I had to deal with our little intruder there. Okay, who's this next guy? He had a deep interest in sound and speech. His mother and wife were both deaf. He was part of the first ever phone call. Who's this guy? No, his invention changed global communication. He invented the telephone. Yes. There you go, doctor. Somebody had that answer earlier. They just didn't recognize it. Hadn't seen him in a while. He didn't really look the same. That's right. Mr. Alexander Graham Bell, 1847 to 1922. The first phone call message was, anybody remember that? Mr. Watson, come here, I want to see you. Mr. Watson, I want to see you. Hey, Brazil, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Come and play. Next inventor, I think you'll know this one. They were bicycle mechanics before their big achievement. They made history in North Carolina in 1903. Their success lasted only 12 seconds. It was a short success. Who knows who this is? Yeah. Nice spelling, I should too. It's the Wrong brothers. And who remembers their first names? Who's got their first names? Who knows the Wrong brothers' first names? They, of course, invented the airplane. Yes. Yes, you could have. Let's see. I don't see their first. Oh, there they are. Doctor. The doctor is truly a doctor. Wilbur Wright and Orville Wright. The first plane, the Wright Flyer. It was called the Wright Flyer. Is displayed at the Smithsonian Museum. There you go. Inventors. All right, here's a little slightly more obscure. His invention was never fully built in his lifetime. That's weird. It relied on gears, levers, and mechanical processing. He worked with Ada Lovelace on an early computer programmer. She's been on a few of our programs, Ada Lovelace. He designed a machine capable of calculations. Anybody remember who this gentleman is? He conceptualized the first mechanical computer. There you go. Who did that? What's the guy's name that did all that? He worked with Ada Lovelace. He was born all the way back in 1791, and he passed in 1871. And he conceptualized the first mechanical computer. Oh, Stewart! Stewart! Yes, indeed, this is Mr. Charles Babbage. Charles Babbage. His difference engine was built in the 20th century using his original designs. So, again, they never built it back when he was around. He just designed it. All right, next up, you'll know this gentleman, number 9 with a bullet. He held over 1,000 patents. He founded a famous research lab in Menlo Park. Who knows this one? No. He improved early sound and motion picture devices. His most famous invention helped light up the world. Yeah, very good, Stuart. Stuart's on a roll. Oh, Doctor had it too. The doctor had it too. He invented the light bulb, of course. And this is Mr. Thomas Edison. Very competitive with Mr. Tesla. Tesla worked for Edison at first, right? things out. Edison was born in 1847 and passed in 1931. And he didn't invent the light bulb first, but he made it practical for daily use. So somebody else actually invented it? Who was that? He better be on our list. Thomas Edison, there he is. Ooh, we're getting down on the list now. We're getting to the top inventors. Next up, this gentleman was an ancient Greek mathematician and inventor. He discovered principles of buoyancy and levers. His machines helped defend against Roman invaders. Well, that's good. Does it look familiar? He developed a water lifting screw, still in use today. Madao! He shouted, "Eureka!" after discovering displacement theory. Well, that's cool. The inventors still scream that today, don't they? So isn't that what you say when you discover something? Eureka! His death ray were mirrors reflecting sunlight. Yes, Archimedes is correct. Mr. Archimedes. Next up, you'll know this gentleman. He improved an important optical device. Yeah, correct. And what is Galileo's last name again? Because we always want to know that. His work got him in trouble with the Catholic Church. He championed the heliocentric model of the solar system. And of course, he improved the telescope. The doctor has it, Stewart has it, Madao has it. And we all like to say his last name too. We don't just like the Galileo. We like to use his last name as well, because it rings, it goes all together. Mr. Galileo Galilei. Galileo Galilei. 1564 to 1642. He was forced to recant his findings under house arrest. There you go. Galileo Galilei. That's him. Next up is we're down to number 6. We're getting there. This gentleman's discovery helped save millions of lives. He developed vaccines for deadly diseases. He studied bacteria and how they spread. His process makes milk and food safer. Who remembers who this is? Correct! Doctor knows about pasteurization. Alexandra Fleming. I like that. But that's wrong. This is Louis Pasteur. Louis Pasteur, born in 1822 and passed in 1895. Did you know that Pasteur also developed the first rabies vaccine? There you go. Pasteurization and rabies vaccine. Nice. Who's this Alexander Fleming dude? He must be good. He's not on my list, though. He's not top 5. Oh, Fleming developed penicillin. Well, that sounds important. All right. Let's see if you can get this guy. He made communication possible without wires. His work laid the foundation for modern broadcasting. He transmitted signals across the Atlantic in 1901. Who knows who this is? His technology led to radio, TV, and Wi-Fi. All right, Dr. Stewart. You guys were tied. You got it exactly the same time. Exactly the same time. He pioneered radio transmission. I don't know how to say his first name, though. How do you say it? Guglielmo Marconi. I'm not saying that right, I know. Guglielmo Marconi. He won a Nobel Prize for his wireless telegraph. Mr. Marconi. There you go. Guillermo. It's not Guillermo, though. I like Guillermo better. Let's call him Guillermo from now on. All right, this is an interesting one. Their invention lifted off in 1783. It worked using heated air. These gentlemen were French inventors. It was the first form of human flight. They, of course, invented the hot air balloon. But who are they? And why is it always brothers that invent flying things? Who knows? I don't get it. The Grimm brothers, that has to do with fairy tales and stuff. No, we don't have the right answer up there yet. Oh, that's pretty close, Maddow. That's pretty close. Montgolfier brothers, Montgolfiers. I think we have to give Maddow credit for that. You are correct. The first public flight in 1783 carried an unusual crew: a sheep, a duck, and a rooster. Okay, let's do the top 3. Remember, we're doing inventors, just in case you needed a reminder. This gentleman was a German mathematician and an astronomer. There's a start. His mentor was a famous Danish astronomer, Tycho Brahe. Yeah, good job, Stuart. I didn't see that you had it there. You are correct. Who knows who this one is? He formulated the laws of planetary motion, shaping modern astronomy. Yeah, Doctor. Doctor. I can tell if we keep getting more people in, we're going to need a moderator. Keep those random comments out. Yes, Doctor, you are correct. This is Mr. Johannes Kepler. Johannes Kepler. His work influenced Isaac Newton, who later built upon Kepler's findings. There you go. German mathematician. That's him. We're down to the top 2. Speak of the devil. This gentleman was a key figure in the scientific revolution. His famous book, Principia Mathematica, changed physics forever. A story possibly exaggerated claims that Apple helped inspire his ideas. Correct. Stuart, Doctor, Madao. You all know. This gentleman also invented calculus, and that helped explain gravity. Oh, and he explained gravity. Excuse me. You didn't need the calculus for the gravity. That's right. This is Isaac Newton. Isaac Newton, way back 1643 to 1727. Newton also dabbled in alchemy and once worked as a warden at the Royal Mint, hoping to combat counterfeiting. Who knew? He was in law enforcement. How about that? Worked at the Royal Mint. That's a bit of trivia for you. Yeah, Newton was pretty studly, but there's one that's more studly. There's one on top. He was a true Renaissance man, an artist, a scientist, and an inventor. His notebooks contain sketches of flying machines, tanks, and robots. Correct. Everybody's going to know this one. You are all correct. He designed an early concept for a helicopter centuries before they were built. And funny known fact, when I asked the robots to give me the drawing for Leonardo tonight, they gave me one with him in a helicopter outfit, flying a helicopter. Just random. AI. His famous paintings include The Last Supper and Mona Lisa. He envisioned aeronautics, anatomy, and robotics long before his time. He was a visionary. Mr. Leonardo da Vinci, 1452 to 1519. Leonardo's mirror written notebook, that's right, wrote the notebook in a mirror, were so advanced that some of his ideas weren't built until modern times. There you go. Leonardo. Number one. You're getting a good Starlink tonight. That's good. It's always better than the other way around, right? This is not the Dancing with Wolves category. That was last week. This is this week. You guys did pretty good at that, don't you think? That was pretty fun. Pretty fun. You guys did very well. Are you ready to do top 5 sci-fi movies, though? Let's do that. Let me get the right file. We don't want to do the wrong file. And we will do... Okay, you know the rules. By now. Robots paint, you guess, I give some clues. We're going to do top 20 sci-fi movies. And this first one's probably the hardest one. Good luck. This movie is a remake of a 1958 sci-fi horror classic. So it's been made a couple times. The year is 1986, in case you need help. Jeff Goldblum delivers an unforgettable performance. The protagonist slowly transforms into something not human. What does he transform into? It's a terrifying tale of mutation and body horror. Yes. Let's see. But now, Stuart, Doctor, you are all correct. You are all correct. You remember it? I don't know that I saw it. Weird. I usually see movies. This is The Fly, and the remake was in 1986 with Jeff Goldblum. And the film's grotesque transformation effects won the Academy Award for Best Makeup. Can't believe Jeff Goldblum didn't win for Best Actor. Not Alice Cooper. Kind of looks like Alice Cooper. All right, number 19. Here we go. Go back in time a little bit. An alien and his robotic companion arrive on Earth. This film delivers Cold War era warning about violence. Platu Barada Nikto is a phrase from this movie. How's that? The humanoid visitor urges peace or else. Let's see. I think the doctor had it right there. And Stuart, you were close. You were very close. It is the day that Earth stood still. The day that Earth stood still. Yeah. It's a classic 1950s sci-fi with an anti-war message. There you go. They did a remake recently, didn't they? I think they did. The original one was 1951. 1951. The alien's robot, Gort, became one of the most famous automatons in film history. There's a word. Take that word home with you tonight. Automatons. Automatons. Yeah, Keanu Reeves. Yeah, right. Keanu. Okay, here we go. Now this one's a little bit hard. I saw it, but I wouldn't have placed it in this category. The world is on the brink of collapse. No human child has been born for decades. One woman's pregnancy could change everything. And this is Clive Owens. Clive Owens stars in this dystopian thriller. It's a gripping vision of a bleak, childless future. Now, does anyone remember the name of this? This is a little more obscure. The robots make their own decisions on this. They must have liked it. You remember this movie? Has anybody else seen this movie? I did see this movie, but I wouldn't have placed it on this list. 2006, in case you're wondering. Clive Owen. Nobody's had a child in decades. Somebody becomes pregnant. I think it won some awards. It's called Children of Men. Does that sound familiar at all? Children of Men. The film's long, unbroken action sequences are considered some of the best ever filmed. Woo! There you go. Okay. I think you'll remember this one. I'm going to give you the year to help. 2014. It's Groundhog Day meets Alien Warfare. A soldier relives the same deadly battle over and over again. Emily Blunt plays a fierce, battle-hardened hero. Yeah, you got it. You got it. That is correct. The time loop resets every time the protagonist dies. Tom Cruise fights to break the cycle and win the war. Yeah, that's correct. Correct. It was a pretty cool movie. Pretty cool movie. A little different, and the repeating battle every day gets a little bit, a little tough. The film was later rebranded as Live, Die, Repeat to emphasize its time loop premise. Do you remember that? I don't remember that part. Live, Die, Repeat. I like Edge of Tomorrow. Yeah, yeah, I like Edge of Tomorrow. That sounds much better. You are correct. All right, we're down to number 16. Making its second appearance on our show, a group of scientists is stranded in Antarctica. Something alien lurks among them. This creature can perfectly imitate its victims. Kurt Russell leads the desperate survivors. Correct. Okay. I see all you guys had it right away. I didn't need to keep reading the clues. Everybody got it. The film was a box office failure, but later became one of the most celebrated horror films ever. A cult film. The Thing. Who knows what year The Thing was? Anybody know what year? The Thing? Which I guess it's a remake. What year was the John Carpenter, Kurt Russell, The Thing? Anybody know? Yeah, this version was filmed in 1982. Yeah, 79 was close. 86 was close. Hey Mark, what's going on? Good to see you. Good to see everybody. Anyway, we're down to number 15. Everybody knew that one. It's always nice when everybody knows. or maybe it's too easy. We'll see. Now, this one you got to be careful with. A sequel to the 1982 cyberpunk classic. Ryan Gosling plays an enigmatic replicant hunter. The movie explores the nature of identity and memory. Harrison Ford returns as Rick Deckard. A visually stunning film about artificial life and the soul. So, I don't know if I'm going to give credit to people just putting Blade Runner. At least the doctor put Blade Runner 2. And then Stewart comes in with the perfectly correct answer. We needed it to be more correct. That's right, Blade Runner 2049. But it wasn't made in 2049 because we're not to 2049 yet. It was made in 2017. Roger Deakins won his first Oscar for this film's breathtaking cinematography, and it was cool. Very cool movie. Worth watching over and over for the cinematography for sure. Oh, you think that one was bad, huh? Well, the cinematography was good. All right, this one's cool. I loved this one the first time I saw it, and I've seen it again. A young programmer is invited to a billionaire's secluded home. He must determine if an AI is truly sentient. The robot Ava is eerily human-like. I love Ava. It's a chilling psychological game of trust and deception. Yeah. Looks like Mark got it first. Correct. A deep dive into AI, consciousness, and manipulation. Ex Machina. Or Ex Machina. Ex Machina, I guess, huh? What do you think? The film's minimalist yet stunning effects won an Academy Award for Best Visual Effects. Ex Machina, 2014. All right, let's go back to space with the next one. Excuse me. You got a little allergy tonight. Earth is dying, and humanity needs a new home. A group of astronauts travels through a wormhole. Time dilation plays a major role in this story. Yeah. But Matthew McConaughey's character faces an emotional choice. A time-bending, visually stunning space epic. Pretty cool movie. It gets a little weird. It's a little weird in places for me, but overall, I was into it. Yes, Interstellar is correct, of course. Interstellar was made in 2014. Physicist Kip Thorne helped ensure the film's black hole depiction was scientifically accurate. There you go. You like that one? Okay. I like the scene that's depicted here with the shallow water, and then all of a sudden there's a big wave. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah. All right, we're down to number 12. Now this one's a little more obscure for a sci-fi, but it is a sci-fi. Our Brits might get it. A disturbing vision of the future filled with ultra-violence. The main character loves Beethoven and chaos. A controversial method is used to cure criminal behavior. Stanley Kubrick directed this dystopian classic. Stuart, Maddow, Mark. All right. You are all correct. A chilling look at free will and state control. A Clockwork Orange. And that was all the way back in 1971. 71. The film was banned in the UK for nearly 30 years due to its violent themes. You guys need to get free over there. You need to vote for an orange cap. Speaking of Clockwork Orange, maybe that was predicting future. Number 11. All right. Captain Kirk faces his most personal enemy. A powerful superhuman seeks revenge. The film contains one of Star Trek's most heartbreaking deaths. Arguably the best Star Trek film ever made. Yes, correct. Correct. This is The Wrath of Khan, of course. Khan is one of cinema's most famous screams. Khan! That's right. It was actually Star Trek 2. Star Trek 2, The Wrath of Khan. There you go. Pretty cool. Ricardo Montalban. The film's emotional ending left audiences devastated, yet inspired. There you go. We are down to the top 10. And since we're on number 10, we're going to go way back in time to a German silent film that shaped all of sci-fi cinema. It depicts a futuristic society of extreme inequality. A female robot plays a key role in the story. The cityscape influenced countless films, including The Blade Runner. This is one of the most influential sci-fi films of all time. Correct. You guys all know. You guys know your sci-fi. Yeah, you do. You know your sci-fi. Metropolis. 1927. Wow, 1927. Many scenes were lost for decades before a nearly complete version was found in 2008. Well, that was cool. Oh, is that available on YouTube, I imagine? I imagine we can watch that on YouTube. Don't go watch it now, but later. Watch it later. We're down to number 9. I bet everybody gets this one. What if everything you knew was a simulation? Keanu plays a hacker, not a hockey player, a hacker named Neo. Bullet dodging, slow motion, changed action movies forever. The real world is nothing like we think. Correct, everybody. Everybody's going to know this one. A cyberpunk classic about reality, control, and choice. Yes. It was, yeah. Cool movie. Cool movie. And the sequels pretty much lived up, right? Pretty much. I mean, I don't know that the sequels were better, but the sequels lived up. So that was good. That's right. The Matrix. It is a party in here. What's going on? We are doing sci-fi classics, and we're doing The Matrix. 1999. Another one of those 1999s. The film's green-tinted Matrix code is actually recipes for sushi. How is there a recipe for sushi? Don't you just chop it up fresh? Okay, number 8. If anybody misses this one, a young boy befriends a stranded alien. The government wants to capture the creature. Typical. Yes. I'll give Doctor credit. Although, small letters, not capital letters, so I don't know if Doctor gets it. A heartwarming tale of friendship and discovery. A bicycle ride becomes one of cinema's most iconic moments. And there it is, the bicycle ride. E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Yeah, I don't think anybody typed out the whole name. E.T. the Extraterrestrial. 1982. The film remained the highest grossing movie of all time for 10 years. Not bad. They could beat the inflation. Yes. E.T. Phone Home. What was the candy featured? What was the candy featured in E.T.? Anybody remember that? What is the candy? We're down to the top 7. Who knows? A mysterious black monolith guides human evolution. Reese's Pieces, of course. HAL 9000 is a chilling AI with its own agenda. That's why we're all afraid of AI. Because of HAL. I'm sorry, I can't do that, Dave. The ending remains one of the most debated in film history. Yeah, what's up? Stanley Kubrick's masterpiece about space-time and intelligence. Yes, yes, yes. Stuart knows we're very persnickety here, so he's got the whole answer. And Space Oddity is cool. Great song. 2001, A Space Odyssey, 1968. The film's special effects were so realistic that some conspiracy theorists claim Kubrick faked the moon landing. That's right. But it plays a role that because the filming was so cool that they could have just as well faked the moon landing, right? There he is, Dave. Dave, let Dave in, Hal. Let Dave in. Number 6. In space, no one can hear you scream. A lone survivor battles a terrifying creature. The xenomorph is one of sci-fi's most iconic monsters. Yeah, you guys know. Who remembers the character's name? Sigourney Weaver's character's name. Anybody remember? How about whose artwork inspired the creature, the alien? Somebody's artwork was the basis for the creature. Wrigley's pretty close. Ripley, yeah, Ripley. Ellen Ripley. Yeah, she just goes by her last name, I think. But anybody remember the artist that kind of the creature was based on? And it later shows up in another movie, Pitch Black. So, H.R. Geiger was the answer I was looking for. We're down to number 5. Move on, Dave. Move on. This film launched one of the most famous franchises ever. It introduced a desert-dwelling farm boy with a great destiny. The villain wields a deep voice and a black helmet. Yeah, very good. Who remembers the name of the first Star Wars movie that's in the 5th position here? It has a chapter name or a episode name. He uses the Force to become an iconic phrase. Use the Force becomes an iconic phrase. The ultimate space opera that changed Hollywood forever. Yeah, Doctor's in the house. Star Wars: A New Hope. I can't remember. Did they use that in the first movie at all, or is that a name that came on afterwards? Can't remember. Didn't they just call it Star Wars? Can't remember. Well, anyway, Star Wars: New Hope is number 5. So that means we've only got 4 left. Now we're going to be looking for a correct name on this one. A boy is the key to the future of humanity. The villain is a liquid metal killing machine. I'll be back became one of the cinema's most famous lines. I'll be back. Well, so Terminator 2 is pretty close. That's not the answer I'm looking for. One of the greatest action and sci-fi movies ever made. The CGI used for the T-1000's morphing abilities was groundbreaking at the time and influenced the future of visual effects. What am I looking for? Terminator 2. ... Terminator 2. Look. 1991. Terminator 2. Blank blank. No, nobody's gonna play. Terminator 2. Judgment Day. Judgment Day. That's what I was looking for. All right, we're down to the top 3. Here we go. We're not going to be quite so critical on this one. A young hero trains with an ancient master. I can't really tell what's going on in that picture. Do or do not, there is no try. Do or do not. I'm not going to use the voice though, because then you're going to know it. The heroes suffer a crushing defeat. A shocking family revelation changes everything. Well, yeah, it's Star Wars, but what? Yes. Yes, Ewas is correct. And Doctor, you're correct. However, you are not perfectly correct. What am I looking for? You're really almost perfectly correct, but not quite. We're getting picky. One of the best sequels ever made in film history, I Am Your Father twist, was so secretive that even most of the cast didn't know until the premiere. Yeah, Moore knows what I was looking for. The Empire Strikes Back, of course. All right, top 2. Let's see you get this one. A team of thieves steals ideas, but in a unique way. Time behaves strangely in different layers of this world. A spinning top is the key to reality. Leonardo DiCaprio leads a dream-hopping team. A dream-hopping team. Yeah. Madao. Very good. You got it. A mind-bending sci-fi masterpiece about dreams within dreams. Yes, indeed. This is Inception. 2010. Pretty cool effects, right? When you first saw like the world kind of starting to fold in on itself, right? Pretty cool effects. The film famously, the film's famous broom sound became one of the most imitated trailer effects ever. I don't know what they're talking about. You guys know what they're talking about? Broom sound. Well, I don't know. Anyway. Inception. Sorry, guys. My allergies are just bugging me a little bit tonight, but number 1 with a bullet, a futuristic world filled with neon lights and rain. And apparently embers. The film questions what it means to be human. Tears in the Rain is one of the cinema's most emotional monologues. Yeah, you remember the monologue? Yeah, it's really cool. A cyberpunk masterpiece that shaped modern sci-fi. Correct. Now, the original. Harrison Ford plays a detective hunting artificial humans. And you know the monologue we're talking about and what this picture references? Isn't his name Roy? Isn't the robot's name Roy? I think so. He gives a very sad story. The film was originally a box office flop, but it later became one of the most influential sci-fi films ever made. Blade Runner. All right. Well, you guys knew all those. It wasn't hard enough. I guess some of those old ones were kind of hard, but you guys knew them. You guys knew them. Gotta give you that. Gotta give you that. All right. Well, that means we're on to the hardest category of the evening. We're going to do some Roman emperors now. Here we go. Let's load them up. Well, if you don't know the rules by now, too bad. Robot fate, you guess. And I get some clues along the way. We're going to do the top 20 Roman emperors. Top 20 Roman emperors. I'm going to help you out with dates. 284 to 305 AD. He rose from humble origins to rule Rome. He introduced a system of 4 rulers to manage the vast empire. This was a big deal. His economic policies included price controls and tax reforms. Price controls never work. Somebody should have told him. He led one of the most intense persecutions of Christians. They all did. He established the tetrarchy, dividing power among co-emperors. There you go. He divided it up. Anybody remember which emperor this is? 284 to 305 AD. This gentleman's name was Diocletian. He's the guy who divided it up. He was the first emperor to voluntarily retire, spending his final years growing cabbages. Well, that sounds like the main thing, right? He's the only one that retired. The rest of them didn't get a chance to retire. This is my favorite emperor. He was more interested in philosophy than politics. His writings became one of the most famous works of Stoicism. He co-ruled with his adoptive brother for part of his reign. His reign was marked by wars against the Germanic tribes. Yeah, you guys know this one. Stuart, Doctor? Very good. They all kind of look like Mel Gibson, right? That's Mel Gibson's look. Roman emperor. He wrote Meditations, a Guide to Stoic Philosophy. And it looks like you guys all know this. Yes, this is Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius, 161 to 180 AD. He was the last of the 5 good emperors. So, read a little history. There were 5 good emperors. That's it. He was the last one. And his death marked the beginning of Rome's decline. Yeah, last of the good emperors. Marcus Aurelius. Number 18. This emperor saw a vision before a major battle that changed history. He legalized a once persecuted religion. This is the guy that made Christianity okay. He defeated his rival at the Battle of Milvian Bridge. Does that sound familiar? Milvian Bridge. He founded a city that would later become the Byzantine capital. This is the guy that founded that city. He was the first Christian emperor and established, yes, you have it, Constantinople. Yeah. And just I'm not going to be as picky on these answers because you got the name. I'm happy. But it might be important later. This is Constantine the First. Constantine the First. 306 to 337 AD. That's not a clue for later. Not a clue. Yes, Emperor Constantine the First. There he is. Constantine. Doesn't really look like Constantine. All right. The Brits should know this guy. He traveled more than most emperors, strengthening defenses. He was fascinated by the Greek culture and art. He built a massive defensive structure in Britain. Yeah, very good. Stuart. His villa near Rome was a marvel of architecture. That's right, he built a really nice house too. This guy built a lot of cool stuff. He built Hadrian's Wall to mark the empire's northern boundary. Keep those Scottish out. Correct, everybody's getting it. This is Hadrian. Emperor Hadrian, 117 to 138 AD. That was the heyday. That was the time to be a Roman. His lover, Antinous, was deified after his mysterious death. There you go. Who knew? Who knew? I didn't know. Number 16. I think this was one of the good emperors too. He expanded the empire to its greatest territorial extent. He conquered Dacia, I think, a rich source of gold. I think it's like in the area of the Balkans, like Czechoslovakia, Yugoslavia, that kind of. His public work projects reshaped Rome. His public works reshaped Rome. His column still stands in the city today. He built somebody's forum and somebody's column and somebody's market. Who knows who this is? He's got a market and he's got a column. He's got a forum. He was known as the soldier emperor and was one of Rome's most respected rulers. Who's got a column? Anybody know? This was Trajan. That sound familiar at all? Trajan. Next up, familiar name again. This gentleman was the adopted son of Rome's first emperor. Rome's first emperor was Augustus, no? His early rule was competent, but later years were marked by paranoia. Well, being an emperor of Rome will make you paranoid. He moved to the island of Capri and left Rome behind. Correct, Maddow. Stuart, you guys know. His reign saw the crucifixion of Jesus. This was the guy that was in charge at the time. He was the second emperor of Rome. His withdrawal from public life allowed his advisor to abuse power. And yes, you are correct. It is Tiberius. That has something to do with Star Trek too, right? James Tiberius Kirk, right? And then isn't one of the ships called Tiberius or something? Yeah. It all ties together here on Quick Bite History Live. Everything is connected. Kind of like the Matrix. Kind of like the Matrix. Next up. This emperor was obsessed with gladiatorial combat. He believed himself to be a reincarnation of Hercules. I am not really a Star Trek nerd, actually, but I remembered that part. His reign was marked by cruelty and extravagance. He renamed Rome after himself. He was the inspiration for the villain in the Gladiator movie. Yeah, you guys know this, don't you? You do know this. Apologies for the allergies tonight. I keep going to the tissues. He fought in the Colosseum, but only against defenseless opponents. What a stud. And you are correct, it is Commodus. 180 to 192 AD. 180 to 192 AD. That must be when he ruled. Commodus. There you go. That's him. He fought in the Colosseum, but only against defenseless. All right. Number 13. Another big name in the hit parade of emperors. This gentleman murdered his own brother so he could rule alone. Sounds like in these gladiator movies, they kind of mix up all the different storylines of all the different history things into one story. So it gets a little confusing. He built one of the largest bath complexes in Rome. His edict changed the legal status of millions. He was assassinated while on campaign. Dude's in the house. Dude is in the house. You got it. He granted citizenship to all free men in the empire. And Caracalla is correct. Caracalla. And the baths of Caracalla could accommodate 1,600 bathers at once. That is a party. And I'm sure it was. Hang on to Caligula. Coming up. Baths of Caracalla. Quite party. Speaking of a party, this emperor, his early reign was promising, but things changed after an illness. He supposedly tried to make his horse a council. He declared himself a living god. His cruelty and extravagance made him famous. Yeah, they made a cool movie in the late 70s, early 80s about him. That was like X-rated, wasn't it? Yeah. Did you guys see that movie back in the day? I think I did. I think I was like 19 years old or something, so I could go to the movie. Correct. Caligula is indeed correct. His real name was Gaius Julius Caesar Germanicus Caligula. I think I'd shorten it to Caligula as well. You know what Caligula means in Latin? Anybody know? It means little boots. Little boots. Little boots. Doesn't sound very impressive. That's right, Caligula. Caligula was 37 to 41 AD, so he only ruled for 4 years. Boy, he created a lot of stories in just 4 years. Right? Holy smokes. All right, next up. Now, I've never heard of this emperor, so good luck. He was one of the last strong emperors of the Western Roman Empire. So 364 to 375 AD is the dates. His reign saw major conflicts with Germanic tribes. Yeah, the hordes were coming down. He suffered a fatal stroke after an outburst of rage. Got pissed off, had a stroke. He strengthened Rome's western defenses. This sounds hard. 364 to 375. He is often considered the last great emperor of the Western Empire before its collapse. Oh, Stuart! Oh, dude had it earlier. Dude. The dude and Stuart both got that one. Valentinian the First. Valentinian. Now, I've never heard of Valentinian. How about you guys? Obviously, the dude had, and Stuart. Very good. Very good. Well, we're down to the top 10. Top 10. And I use top 10 loosely. They are Roman emperors. Next up, 270 to 275 AD is his reign. He fought to reunite a fractured empire. His victories earned him the title Restorer of the World. He built massive walls around Rome. This is the guy who built the walls, so that might be a clue. He defeated the breakaway Palmyrene and Gallic empires. Palmyrene. He reunited Rome after the crisis of the 3rd century. I guess that's a thing. You guys know it. You guys know it. Very good. Dude, Madao, Doctor. His assassination cut short one of the most promising imperial reigns. Who knew? Aurelian. How'd you guys know it? What was the key clue? What was the key clue? Aurelian. 270 to 275. There he goes. See ya. Number 9 coming up. Now, this guy's pretty familiar as emperors go. He was seen as weak, but proved a capable ruler. Weak, but capable. He expanded Rome into Britain. This is the guy who first went to Britain. He was married to the infamous Messalina, and later married another famous Roman woman named Agrippina. He wrote histories, but they are lost. That doesn't sound very impressive. He was the unexpected emperor who surprised everyone. Dude knows his emperors. Gotta admit it. You gotta admit it. Many thought he was mentally unfit to rule, but he turned out to be a skilled administrator. Claudius, of course. Claudius. 41 to 54 AD. Emperor Claudius. Yeah, one of his wives killed him, right? I'm pretty sure. Those Roman women, hard to deal with. Hard to deal with. Next up, this is somebody you should know. He defied the Senate and crossed a famous river. He did both those things. His military campaigns made him a legend. He declared himself dictator for life. But he was assassinated on the Ides of March. Correct. It looks like you guys all know this one. His actions ended the Roman Republic. The most famous, probably, Mr. Julius Caesar. Not actually an emperor, however, though, right? Am I right? Am I right? Am I right or am I right? 49 to 44 BC. So, you know, his reign as dictator didn't last too long. His name became the title Caesar, later used by emperors and rulers like the Russian Tsar. So the Russian Tsar is based on Julius Caesar. How about that? Interesting. Learn something every day on Quick Bite History Live. And if that was Caesar, then who's next? He was Rome's first emperor. His rule marked a long period of peace. That's interesting. He was the adopted son of Julius Caesar. And this is the guy that created the Praetorian Guard. Sounds important. Yeah, I think everybody knows this one. Good job. It's like McDowell got it first. Oh, and Kaiser. Yeah, you're right. Kaiser as well, for sure. He established the Pax Romana. And everybody knows what is his original name. Augustus is kind of his emperor name. Augustus Caesar. But what was his original name? Anybody know? Yeah, dude's on the board again. 2 correct answers in one. This is Augustus, and it was Octavian. Octavian's the guy who fought against Mark Antony and Cleopatra, right? Yeah. A lot of stuff going on back then. A lot of action. Okay, this guy was pretty successful. He was Rome's first African-born emperor. He strengthened the military. He ruled after a brutal civil war. His dynasty ruled for decades. His dynasty, not him. He didn't last that long. 193 to 211 AD for the dates. He expanded Rome's frontiers. Yeah, correct. The dude. Looks just like him, right, dude? Nadal, you got it too? Correct? And I don't know if you were kind of headed the right direction there, Doctor. Yeah. Everybody's kind of headed the right direction with the name. It's a hard one. Septimius. Severus. It's easier. Severus. He expanded Rome's frontiers. His famous advice to his sons was, be harmonious, enrich the soldiers, and scorn all others. Sounds reasonable. Sounds smart. All right, top 5. And I don't know. It's just the robots listed them. I don't know if it's really the top 5. This gentleman, or this emperor, founded a new dynasty after a year of civil war. This is 69 to 79 AD. He restored stability after the chaos of Nero's fall. After Nero. He started construction on a world-famous arena. This is the guy who started the arena. He founded the Flavian dynasty, and that's the original name of the Colosseum. And that later became the Colosseum. Oh, you got it. Dude knows his emperor. 69 to 79. Founded the Flavian dynasty. Mr. Vespasian. Or Vespasian, if you prefer. His last words were allegedly a joke. I think I'm becoming a god. I guess that's a cool way to go out. I think I'm becoming a god. Vespasian. All right, number 4. This one could fool you. He was one of 3 brothers who inherited Rome after their father's death. His reign was marked by religious conflict between Christians and pagans. They never get along. He strengthened the empire's defenses against external threats. He fought against internal revolts and external enemies like the Persians. Here come the Persians again. They never stop. He worked to stabilize the empire amid religious and political turmoil. All sounds kind of... How'd you guys know that one? I guess the dates, huh? 337 to 361. Constantius II. There you go. Constantius II. He was the longest reigning son of Constantine the Great. Well, that makes sense. The name kind of rings a bell there. He was the longest reigning son. So there you go. Constantius II. Who was Constantius I, I wonder? Don't know. Speaking of names that kind of all sound that way. Now this guy's late. Hardly Roman Empire at all. 527 to 565. He was one of the most influential Byzantine emperors. He dreamed of restoring the full glory of the Roman Empire. His generals, including Belisarius, reconquered lost territories. Ah, that's cool. He created a legal code. This is the key clue, I think. A legal code that shaped European law for centuries. He expanded the empire and codified Roman law. Yeah, there you go. This is the lawmaker guy. Look at him. He's got the crown too. That was so he looked more official. That's right, Justinian the First. His massive construction projects included the Hagia Sophia, which is that really cool building in Istanbul or Constantinople. Hagia Sophia, one of the most stunning buildings in history. And I do agree. There he is, Justinian the First. All right, we got 2 more emperors in no particular order. This guy's one of the most flamboyant. He became emperor at just 16 years old. And he fancied himself an artist, a poet, and even an actor. His reign saw the Great Fire of Rome, leading to rumors that he fiddled while the city burned. Who remembers that story? He blamed Christians for the fire, leading to brutal persecutions. He was a notorious tyrant, known for extravagance and cruelty. Which emperor is this guy? 54 to 68 AD. I bet you know. Yes. Yes, he did. He played the lyre. Correct. This is Mr. Nero. I don't know, did he have a first name? Or was it just Nero? Just Nero. 54 to 68. Despite his infamy, Nero's popularity among common people remained strong. Some even believed would return after his death. Okay, here's our last emperor. Our last emperor. And this was 379 to 395 AD. And he was the last emperor to rule both the Eastern and Western Roman empires. So it split after this guy. He made Christianity the official state religion of the empire. This is the first guy to do that. He crushed a major rebellion led by a rival emperor in the West. His reign marked the final split of the empire after his death. Correct. My doubt has it. My doubt has it. He was known as Theodosius the Great. Theodosius the Great for his military and religious reforms. His policies against paganism included banning the ancient Olympic Games. Well, that's kind of a bummer. Which weren't revived until the modern era. So they were doing those games all the way up till now. Or all the way up till then. There you go. Theodosius the First. Not so great. Not so great. Well, those were a little more challenging. Some of you knew them all. I don't know. You guys surprised me. That's the first time you've surprised me. You did pretty good. Anyway, so that's the end of our regular programming. However, we usually do offer a bonus round if there are hardcore folks among you that want to stick around. If we're going to stick around, I do need a couple thumbs up to do the bonus round. Now, the bonus round would be 20 Best Picture Academy Award winners of the 20th century, which 20th century, well, of course. So 20 Best Picture Academy Award winners would be the category if we're going to do a bonus round. Oh, I've got 3 thumbs up. Looks like I got to do it. Okay. Let's find the file and let no grass grow. Hey, King, what's up, man? Let's do another round. What the heck, huh? Here we go. Robots paint. You guys guess. I give some clues along the way. We're going to do 20 Best Picture Academy Award winners. So here we go. This film captures the sweeping deserts of the Middle East in breathtaking detail. It follows the journey of a British officer drawn into a foreign rebellion. The lead actor, Peter O'Toole, delivered one of the most iconic performances. Yeah, Stuart. See, Rhombus is in the house. Well, you made it for the bonus round, Rhombus. Not all is lost. It portrays the events of Arabian Revolt during World War I. This film is titled after its protagonist, a real-life British officer. I think Lawrence of Arabia was in a different category. Was it last week? Week before? Last week, I think. Zulu. He's got the Zulu hat. That was a cool movie, huh? Zulu. Yeah, I've made a video on that. You want to go back to my archives? I've got the Zulu movie. Same era, kind of, right? Or no, well, Zulu was earlier. Zulu was a lot earlier, but same vibe. Next up, number 19. Another famous. Remember, these are all famous because they're Best Picture winners, right? Known for the line, "Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn." It follows the life of Southern Belle during the Civil War and Reconstruction. This movie's romance and historical drama helped it win 10 Academy Awards. 10! Its main character, Scarlett O'Hara, endures love, war, and loss. The title signifies the fall of the Old South. Yes. I think everybody's got to know quite a few of these. But they're fun anyway, right? It's nice to go out on a high note. That's right. You guys have it. It is Gone with the Wind. Who knows what year? What year was Gone with the Wind? Anybody know? Sorry for those new. I'm struggling with little allergies tonight. No, 1939 is correct. 1939 is correct. Very good. Very good indeed. All right, now we need to be precise with this next answer. I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse. Is a famous line from this movie. It centers on an influential New York crime family. This film set the standard for the gangster genre. Marlon Brando's portrayal of Don Vito Corleone is unforgettable. Correct. You are correct. Maddow is not correct, and Rhombus is not correct. (1972). Its name evokes a powerful family leader or patriarch. But Rhombus and Maddow, hang on to that answer for later. We are doing the 20 best motion pictures of the 20th century. Not the 21st century, 20th century. Godfather is correct. 1972. There you go. All right, another good movie coming up. They're all good. They're all Best Picture winners. This one was filmed mostly in black and white to emphasize its somber tone. It's based on a real person's efforts during the Holocaust. Steven Spielberg directed this haunting World War II film. Correct you are, Stuart. The story follows a German businessman who saves over 1,000 lives. The protagonist's last name is the film's title. And it looks like everybody's getting it now. Hey, Kevin, what's up? Good to see you in the house. Join the gang. We are on our bonus round. You are correct. Schindler's List is correct. 1993, a historical drama portraying Oskar Schindler's efforts to save Jews during World War II. Schindler's List. There it is. Correct you are. We're down to number 16. We're doing the top 20 Best Picture winners of the 20th century. So there you go. Next up, famous for the line, "Here's looking at you, kid." And it's set in a Moroccan city during World War II. The love triangle Involves characters named Rick, Ilsa, and Victor. I hate those love triangles. I hate them. The setting is Rick's Cafe Americana. Actually, Rick's Cafe American. Correct. Everybody's got it. Its title is the name of the North African city where the story unfolds. Who knows the year? Who knows the year of Casablanca? Classic love story set in World War II, known for its memorable lines and star performance. Who's got the year? Anybody? Long time ago. It was during the war, actually. During the war. All good guesses. 1943 is the answer. 1943, way back when, huh? Number 15 with a bullet. Known for the song Do, Re, Mi, and other unforgettable melodies. It's based on the real-life story of a singing family. The setting includes beautiful Austrian landscapes. The lead character is a young governess named Maria. What do you do about Maria? How's the song go? How's the song go? I need some help. Hey, Bristol, what's going on? Good to have you here. Sound of music, everybody knows. There it is. What do you do about a problem named Maria? Something like that. That's all the nuns singing that song, right? This is the musical about a governess who transforms the lives of the Von Trapp family. The Sound of Music. There's Nazis in that movie. I don't know if it's politically correct now. There's Nazis in there. I don't know if am I allowed to say Nazi on YouTube? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. This one is set within the confines of a mental institution. It features a dramatic power struggle between a patient and the head nurse. Jack Nicholson plays a rebellious character in this film. Correct, Stuart. You are correct. Known for its critical view of institutionalization. How about the chief, huh? How about the chief in that movie? The chief he can make some baskets. The chief. All the cast. The cast is so funny in that movie. Mancini. Oh my gosh. That movie is funny. Funny. Dramatic and funny. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. It's correct. Good picture too. Robots nailed that one. Although they kind of mixed movies with the birds in the background. It kind of looked like the birds. All right, next up. We visited this one the other night too. Known for one of cinema's most famous chariot race scenes. The protagonist is a Jewish prince betrayed by a Roman friend, not a Nigerian friend, a Jewish prince. The story takes place during the time of Christ. Correct. Stuart's on a roll. Stuart's on a roll. This film set a record with 11 Oscar wins. The title is the name of the main character, Judah Ben-Hur. So what's the name of the movie? Correct. Ben-Hur is indeed correct. Who knows the year? Anybody have the year that Ben-Hur was made? Anybody know? What year? Did I tell you how many Oscars? How many Oscars? How many Oscars? Did I tell you that? 11 Oscars. 11 Oscars. Oh, very close, very close. 1959. 1959. Number 12. It's a musical adaptation of a Shakespearean tragedy. Sounds interesting. It focuses on rival gangs in New York City. It features iconic songs like Tonight and American. Well, Meadow, that is the Shakespeare version. King! The King! I like Gangs of New York. That's cool, but that's not this movie. Gangs of New York was good. The story centers around the romance between Maria and Tony. Its title reflects the West Side setting and social themes, and you got it. King West Side Story. Who knows the year? West Side Story. Anybody any guesses? I remember seeing this. Must have been the second time it came around in the fall. I don't know. I remember seeing it at the drive-in with my parents when I was maybe like 7 years old or something. But it says the year is 61, but I couldn't have been 7 in 62 or something. So I don't know. I don't know. It must have came back around the theaters. Oh, well, I think we all know which one this one is. I don't think you need any clues for this one. Set aboard a luxurious ocean liner bound for disaster. I think the picture tells the story. DiCaprio and Kate Winslet, star-crossed lovers, and is known for the line, "I'm king of the world." I'm king of the world. Based on real-life maritime tragedies. I guess that's hard to fool you with that one. The robots couldn't figure out a way to fool you. It's either a boat or it's not. That's right, Titanic. Everybody see Titanic? Yeah, it was a little long. You can say that about a lot of movies, right? It's a little long. Next up, number 10. This one's interesting. The Brits should get this one. It's a World War II drama set in the jungles of Southeast Asia. Academy Award winner. The story involves British prisoners of war and their captors. Known for the iconic whistling march, Colonel Boogie March. Can somebody do the whistle for me? Yeah, Stuart. Yeah, you are correct. Cool movie too, right? Cool movie. The film centers around the construction of a bridge. The title reflects the location of the bridge over a famous river, and that would be the River Kwai. River Kwai. The story focusing on the construction of a railway bridge by British POWs. Yeah, Alec Guinness. Exactly. Bridge over the River Kwai. Everybody got it. Very good. You guys are good. 1957. Woo! Way back when. So yeah, I didn't see that in theater release, obviously, but I did see it replayed on the telly. It might have come back a second go around in theaters. I don't know. We're down to number 9. We're doing best picture winners of the 20th century. This film explores themes of genius and jealousy. It centers on the life of a musical prodigy. This biographical drama highlights a rivalry with composer Salieri. I don't know how to say that. The story follows a brilliant yet troubled composer. And yeah, Rhombus, you got it first. Welcome back to the game, Rhombus. Stuart has it as well. Amadeus is the name of the movie, and of course it is what's Mr. Mozart's first? Oh, there you go. Doctor was anticipating my question. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. His story and life, and with his rivalry of Salieri. I'm not saying that right. I'm gonna have to look that up after this show. There you go. Next up, my least favorite movie, probably. The story involves lessons in diction and etiquette. The main character is a Cockney flower seller named Eliza Doolittle. Very British-centric. Known for songs like I Could Have Danced All Night. This is actually the musical adaptation of George Bernard Shaw's Pygmalion. There you go. The title refers to the professor's transformation of his... Yes, all right, everybody's got it. Dr. Stuart King. Correct. My Fair Lady. Now, who was the actress? Who was the actress in My Fair Lady? Anybody know who the actress was? 1964 was the year. Since I don't know who the actress is. I'm just asking questions. Yeah. I don't believe it was either one of those. I don't believe it was either one of those. Talking about polar opposites. Tracy Lords and Audrey Hepburn. Number 7. This film is about family bonds and unexpected journeys. It stars Dustin Hoffman and Tom Cruise as estranged brothers. One of the brothers has an extraordinary ability with numbers. Known for memorable scenes in Las Vegas. Yeah. That was a good movie, right? Did everybody see that? Good movie. Yeah. Rain Man. The title reflects the unique Rain Man nickname of Hoffman's character. A man discovers his estranged brother is an autistic savant, leading to a transformative road trip. Hilarity ensues. Yeah, not a bad movie. We're down to the top 6. Next up. This is the story of an underdog boxer in Philadelphia. The main character trains by running up famous steps at the Philadelphia Museum of Art. This boxer's nickname is the Italian Stallion. Yeah. Who remembers the year? Who remembers the year of Rocky? Rocky. Sylvester Stallone starred, and did you know Sylvester Stallone wrote the movie? Did you know that? The title is the main character's first name, Rocky. Oh, we already knew that. Oh, what do we got? We got 84, 79, 73, 75. How about 1976? We're to 76. 200-year anniversary of America's separation from jolly old England. And the year I graduated from high school. There you go. It all ties together here on Quick Bite History Live. We are down to the top 5. Oh, that was Rocky, by the way. Here we go. Known for its realistic and gritty portrayal of the Vietnam War, the film depicts the experiences of young American soldiers. It was directed by Oliver Stone, who is a Vietnam War veteran. Charlie Sheen plays the lead actor, a conflicted soldier. Let's see. Doctor, Stewart, King are correct. Rhombus and Maddow are incorrect. However, I do really like Apocalypse Now. I like it better than Platoon. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. The title reflects the military unit at the center of the story. It is a grim portrayal of the Vietnam War through the eyes of a young soldier. Charlie Sheen. What can we say about Charlie Sheen? He is no longer winning. Remember that? Winning. Charlie Sheen. Yeah, Colonel Kurtz, the whore. Great movie. But, you need the director's cut on Apocalypse Now, right? You get all those the place where the Playboy bunnies came and did the show, the greatest scene, and that gets cut out of the theatrical version. Who's this guy? Everybody knows who this guy is. He's known for his chilling depiction of a criminal psychology. Yes, Anthony Hopkins. Yeah, he won an Oscar for this. Yeah, that's right. The movie is Silence of the Lambs. And God, I remember seeing this for sure. I was on a business trip in Sacramento, California, and me and my partner needed something to do at night. And so we actually walked across this dark mall parking lot to this movie theater. And I said, "Hey, I've heard this movie's really good." And we went and saw that movie, and we had to walk home late at night across this parking lot. And my partner was not happy with me for taking him to that movie. Let me tell you. Clarice, darling, Clarice. It's a good one. It's a winner. FBI trainee Clarice Starling. Yeah, Hannibal Lecter. That's him. That is him. And remember, they were chasing Buffalo Bill. Buffalo Bill. All right, top 3. What the heck? Top 3. This film tells the story of a legendary Scottish freedom fighter, known for its battle scenes and patriotic themes. And everybody's favorite director, Mel Gibson, directed and starred as the lead character. Yeah, everybody knows this. Everybody. Too easy. The protagonist famously shouts, "Freedom!" Freedom! Freedom! Named for the courage and resolve of Mr. William Wallace. William Wallace. And yes, everybody knows it is Braveheart. Epic tale of a Scottish hero, William Wallace's fight for freedom. we need a Braveheart 2. I don't know what the story would be. We haven't had a Braveheart 2, have we? Not that we know. Did everybody watch like the Viking shows on the Viking series on cable? That's good. Viking. Oh yeah. All right, top 2. A man with a low IQ witnesses and influences major moments. He's known for the line, "Life is like a box of chocolates." Tom Hanks plays the title character who has a knack for being present at key historical moments. That is one of the funniest parts of that movie, is that there's that sequence where he shows up in every historical event in the 60s. The story spans from the 50s to the 80s. Correct, everybody knows. The character participates in events like the Vietnam War and Watergate scandal. Yeah, everything. He's in everything. The title is the name of the main character, Mr. Forrest Gump, who is a man with a low IQ, but he does witness all the influential major moments in the 20th century. Your mama must really love you, boy. Bubba Gump Shrimp. I like, I'm okay with that. It's not my favorite restaurant. But, yeah, Bubba Gump. All right. Now, everybody should know what the number one is, based on our previous clues. This sequel is often cited as one of the best films ever made. The film alternates between Michael Corleone's present and his father Vito's past in Sicily. It's directed by Francis Ford Coppola, and it stars Al Pacino and Robert De Niro. Known for its portrayal of family legacy and power, the title reflects the continuation of the Corleone family saga. Yes. Okay. Look at all you guys go. Look at you guys go. You got The Godfather and 2. Everybody. Oh, well, King did add it by a second answer, so we'll give him credit as well. All right. Well, that was number 1. What do you guys think? Was that one of the top films in history? Godfather. And it's weird, right, that a sequel actually exceeds the quality or popularity of the original, which the original was obviously good, and Godfather 2 actually exceeded it, which that's never happened before, right? What would you say? Does anybody have like a movie that they think should be number 1 above that, or above any of the others, or move one of the other ones up above Godfather 2? What do you guys think? I don't think anybody missed one in that category. Anyway, I know connection's gotten a little slower as the night's gone on. I think Starlink has a little bit of a capacity issue nowadays. So I think sometimes, like on an evening, people start streaming everything, and there's a little bit of a capacity issue that slows down Starlink a little bit. So that's a bummer. Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back was a very good one. Very good movie. But, I don't think they're going to put Star Wars. That's in the sci-fi category. So I don't think they're going to put that in with the big boys. I liked it. Shawshank Redemption was good. Maybe should have been on the list. But better than Godfather 2? I don't know about that. Anyway, guys, once again, super appreciate it. I don't think we're gonna do a Wednesday night show this week. So sorry if you're super looking forward to that. But I will be back on Sunday for sure. And then we'll try to establish I might move it up a half an hour. I don't know if that's good or bad for you guys. Um, just start a half hour earlier, and we'll still go a couple hours. But so it would start at 7 o'clock Eastern and run till 9 or not. What are we? We're 2.5 hours tonight or something, right? So anyway, so probably not Wednesday. I always post it in my posts on the channel, so you'll get a notice about it. But we'll be back again next Sunday for sure. So good night, everybody. Thanks again. I always super appreciate it. And take it easy. And I'll fire up my